Her name in a legendary status.
Exactly.
Her name is now written in gold.
No.
She now ranks with Eleanor Roosevelt, the architect of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. She ranks with Mary Robertson, former president of Ireland and former UN Human Rights High Commissioner. That is the pedigree. The High Court Human Rights Court one judge has just in a moment catapulted herself. Human rights are human rights, and they are found everywhere, in our schools, in our homes, our workplace. And until concerted efforts is made by citizens who agree and understand to protect such human rights, we will struggle out there and never achieve it. That is what exactly her ladyship has done. She has made it very simple that human rights are human rights. And until there's a compelling reason, yes, we agree that human rights can be limited. As we say, rights are not absolute. But there should be a justifiable reason to limit fundamental human rights. And she's simply saying that the respondents at Chumata School, the Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Education and Attorney General have not proven that compelling reason for her mind to weigh towards what the state is saying, that these rights, paramountly the right to manifest one's religion, the right to education should be limited. So she's not convinced, and cases are won on the balance of probability.
What is your reaction to this ruling that has come down today?
Well, I'm really grateful for the court's decisions, and I'm hoping to go to school very soon.
Right. And so, for all this period of months or weeks that you've been home, what has been going through your mind as you wait for the court to deliver its ruling on this?
Well, before I thought I was lacking out, but I saw that as I was doing my online classes, it didn't matter whether I didn't go to school or not. As long as I'm getting the same education as they are, I can go through this. So I also believe that the court would rule for us. So I kept on with my classes, my online program, WOLO, and I believe I can cope with my friends in their academic when I get back to school.
Oh, as you can see, I'm very, very, very excited and appreciate the fact that the judge stuck to the course. From beginning, she said that she's going to ensure that it is fast-tracked. She was going to expedite it to make sure that the children wouldn't suffer, and she did just like she said. Secondly is that what we said in the beginning about the violation of the Constitution, all along that was my position, and I maintained it, that the Constitution was being violated. And that is where she delivered the most powerful presentation today. Well, I have to sit with the whole family and then we decide, because we are expecting that the school will give us a warm welcome when we go there. We're not expecting a situation where we are not properly welcome.
I am highly excited about this decision that the court made, because from a mutual standpoint, not like in favor of one party or the other party, but from a mutual standpoint that goes well with Achimota as well as with the Rastafarian. I think this is the best, because we growing up as Rasta kids, we have our individual dreams, and it includes going through the SHS. That's why I tried my possible best to score an aggregate 6, something that less than 1% of the entire 500,000 kids scored. So you can see how prepared I was to fulfill my dreams. And so having to go through all of this trauma and all of this discrimination, and now knowing that it was somewhat not necessary to have gone through all of this, it means a lot to me, because I feel my dreams are not going to be shattered or sat upon anew. Without this judgment, I guess we would still have to be coming to the court for a very long time, because some argue that this court case may last for a very long time. Some may take likely months, but if you're unlucky, years or even decades, possibly. So I thought, as long as this case is in court, when you go into another school, you tell it's contempt to be in the school. So that was like a highly detrimental to my dreams as in the future. So now knowing that we've come to a conclusion and I can go back to my plan of fulfilling my dreams, it means a lot to me.
Achimota Secondary School, yeah. But you know, in a culture, before Ghana being done, Kwame Nkrumah said what? Freedom and justice. What means the justice statement is universe for all human race. which come from different parts of the world, not be in Africa or Ghana. Freedom and justice mean justice around the global of the system, which never defile no humanity of his culture in school.
Okay. First of all, Bangan when he says in the kitchen that Rastafarians ba admitting to chicken school now. Because so they were muna gang foreigners soon as well the gashing soon are they very special there. Yaram could opinion headmistress nani. Because Muduka Munje school, I'm telling you, one law chicken school but within government institution. I've been a muka sanini. Yaram atan de ana about sweet baba sukat. Gashing down. I'm out with Rastas Nande. Can I name potential miss? I've been the kitchen missy kaki soon. Code appearance missy kaki name. The Zakache back a dark basu admission. Whereby soon qualify to J school now. Eh, Kagamuna Kanamba Muna Koma Bayan. Mostly by appearance Mutumaki judge the Shiba. Kagan Kaduba May, what can the person offer to you? Shika Kedugan Kaduba, as far as the person have passed ISO examination, the granting Meshikaman a JSS number, key administration back in the cool and option that Zaki reject me, she all because of she Rastafarian. Kuma yon kaje chicken school na ka samu foreigners na ke wurin da suka babar gashin su sunna me ake yin da su. Is that to cut everything short na ni na ga fi government do but chicken were not authorized people in the mostly about positions suke dokan su personal interests su suke son su rule affairs in government na. Sometimes every government key idun shi kan warana mutane wannan institutions na kaga na she clear warana abubuwa saboda kowa ya samu mai good justification cikin garin na she mu ci gaba da lamarin na. Opinion da nake da shi asat now kenan.
To Achimota Senior High School to admit the Rastafari students is a victory for the right to education. Article 28(4) of the 1992 Constitution prevents any individual from denying one to the right to education and the right to medical treatment on the basis of religion, culture, or any other reason. And so, right from the beginning, we have raised issue that educational rights are fundamental per our constitution, for which reason Achimota had no basis denying these students access to secondary education because they were manifesting or they were enjoying their religious rights. And so, the pronouncement by the courts and by extension, the order to the Achimota Senior High School to admit the students can only be described as a victory for the rule of law and a victory for the right to education.
We hitherto those ruling believe that students should appear in school in a certain conformed manner, obey rules and regulation, establish an atmosphere conducive to teaching and learning, mindful of the fact that different children come from different homes, they have different upbringing, they have different characters and attitudes, and that there should be rules and regulation that commonalize behavior so that teaching and learning can go on at the most critical stage of their lives. So when they finish that level of their lives and they go to tertiary, because they are more matured, they can do what they like. I mean, who chases anybody in tertiary institution to go to bed? Who chases anybody in tertiary institution to dress in a particular way? Who wears uniform in tertiary institution? Because we know that they are more matured in that manner. So if the court is ruled that you cannot stop a student from going to school because of his hairdo, and let me say again, that is we will be naive to limit it into only Rasta. No, what it means is that any hairdo is acceptable in school. Any apparel is acceptable in school. And we as teachers say we are happy with the ruling. We as teachers say we will work with it. Why should somebody be worried?
Educational system.
We do not care about character formation because our understanding and our professional understanding of how to form character is being truncated by a court ruling. And you say, what, we should care? we are going to obey the court ruling.